everybody. It's Mark Pruitt with Strategic Estate Planning Services. Hope you're doing well today. We are joined today in regard for finance on some real estate, and we are joined today with Rachel Grunn. She is a real estate agent and has done some of the most creative financing that I have absolutely never heard of before. So I'm going to tell you, grab your pencil and paper. The information that you're about to hear, I can tell you will be things you've never heard before because it's not done widely in the industry. I mean, you guys, the group that you're with is one of the first I've seen. In fact, you told me that it's only in 3 states right now.
Correct.
I think you said all of Texas, Colorado, and Georgia.
Correct, yeah.
So you got 3 states, and Texas obviously is, I know why they picked Texas, because you've got 3 or 4 of the largest cities in the nation that are sitting here in Texas, so smart move. But I'm going to tell you guys, I would encourage you to take this and send it down to, if you've got family that's looking to refinance, if you've got sons and daughters, you've got grandsons and granddaughters, or you've got friends and neighbors, they are going to want to hear this. So don't be afraid to send this down to people. So let me preface it first by just setting the stage. You said, or one of the things that we're having problems with in Texas is the typical, in fact, we saw it in our neighborhood not long ago where Dell and I literally drove by and it was an open house. And there were probably, and I'm not kidding you, 30 families in the front yard waiting to get in the house. Yeah. And we saw one couple literally get out of their car and they saw that group of 60 some odd people in the front yard and their faces just melted because they were like, oh my gosh, this is what we've got to compete with. And so you guys have come up with some ways to do an end around on this. So there's 3 different ways. So there can be 3 different things that we're going to do. We're not going to cover them all in this one, but this is the first of 3. So what is that first program that you want to describe that I think you said is the most exciting program? We're going to start with that one.
Yep. Okay. It is very exciting, and this is a program that I offer. It's called Buy Before You Sell with cash, and not your own cash. Someone else's cash.
Someone else's cash. Okay.
Yes. This has been just an absolute game changer. Mark, like you said, you're seeing these like lines around the block for open houses, and I can totally understand. You know, a young family that's been looking for 6 months to get into a home and just can't. Maybe they have a home to sell, which is really what this program targets, are those sellers that are like, I really want to sell my home. It's a fantastic market to sell, but I have nowhere to move. Right. I can't get under contract on a new property. Right. Because if you're selling your old home, generally you're going to write a contingent offer because very few people can get approved for a home loan while also owning a home.
Correct.
So this kind of solves that very awkward timeline and erases all those contingencies from your offer. So there's this company I partner with called Homeward. I'm a Homeward certified agent.
So Homeward.
Homeward is the name of the company. They're based in Austin, talking about Texas, and they are they operate in Texas, Georgia, and Colorado right now. And basically what they do is they will buy your new home for you
ahead of time
before you ever put your old home on the market. No contingencies whatsoever. Okay. You choose the property on the open market. And say you find it and you love it, we write a cash offer. Homeward writes a cash offer on your behalf with your terms, you know, your offer price and all that kind of, your earnest money that you want to put down. You go under contract, right? They go through escrow, they close the home, you move into your new home. We still haven't sold your old home.
Correct.
Still haven't sold your old home.
Right.
But as far as the seller is concerned on your new home, you are offering cash, no contingencies.
Yeah, so now you're in line with everybody else that's sitting there with cash offers.
Correct.
Which has been the major deal where people come in and go, well, I can't compete with cash offers. There's too many of them. This allows them to be able to compete with cash offers.
That's right.
Yet they've not even sold their own home.
That's right.
So some people look at that and go, yeah, well, what's the hook? Well, I've done some drill down with you pretty good before we started taping this. And one of the things, everything you've stated is competitive. I mean, your interest rates, in fact, tell them about the interest rates because they're not only competitive, but they'll match.
They'll match or do better. So Homeward, with Homeward, they are a lender, so they make money selling your loan to the secondary loan market, as every lender makes money and interest. So, but they do a best price match guarantee, or they'll do better. So if you send them a quote that you got from another lender and it's better than the quote that they gave you, they will honor that quote from the other lender.
Interesting.
Yep, exactly.
And that includes even VA loans. One of the things I asked was a big one is, what if you're a vet Actually, it gives tell the people what you mentioned to me about some people don't even want to deal with VA loans because of all the contingencies that the VA requires.
Yeah, so the VA requires a special appraiser. They require a special inspector to come out. The VA, they have to be VA certified. VA inspections are much more intense than a regular inspection. There's certain parameters that the VA requires a home be in that are honestly, in my opinion, kind of silly. And other sellers also agree that, they don't want to deal with a VA loan
Right.
because they know it's going to be a stricter inspection and a stricter appraisal for really no good reason.
Right.
So this kind of eliminates those contingencies as well. And even though you might be financing it VA on the back end after Homeward purchases the property and you finance it back from them, the seller doesn't know that. The seller just sees you as a
Right.
cash contender.
So it actually, you can still get a VA loan, but you don't have to have it up front. It's almost like and it's really not any more paperwork for the individual. It's more paperwork maybe for you,
Yeah.
Representing them. But it's not any more work that they have to do.
Right.
And it still doesn't, in the end, I'll give you the skinny, short version, still in the end, it doesn't, VAs, they don't pay taxes on their homes. And so you still get those opportunities, those things that don't go away, but it just allows you to have to not go through the rigmarole of that with the seller.
Correct.
And the sellers are the ones that are usually turned off by those.
Right.
So let's repeat this just to make sure on option number 1 here. Option number 1, you're saying they can go and find another home. You could have Homeward buy the home. They will buy it ahead of time. You can move in.
Yep.
And then they will come back and sell your own home.
Yep. Then, yeah, exactly. So then your agent will come back and sell your old home after you've moved out of it. All your stuff is out of it, your kids, your dogs, your
Right.
belongings, everything. Your home is vacant, and that's when you put it on the market to sell. So not only is that logistically a lot easier for sellers,
Right.
but then you can also rest assured that you are already in your new property. You're not having to stress about matching timelines, being homeless, or paying 2 mortgages at once, or anything like that.
So tell me this then, as a consumer, why is it that more agents are not doing this? Because obviously it's very limited. You don't hear agents doing this. Why is that?
It's a lot of work. I'll be honest, it's a lot of work. So Homeward certified agents, you do have to get certified as an agent to use this program. It's a lot of work for the agent because we're dealing with 2 very complicated transactions. For our clients, they would never know, right? That's a great
Correct.
agent. Well, you'll never know that it's
Right.
difficult, right?
Right, right.
And for you, it's just the 1 transaction,
Right.
or 2 transactions because you're also going to be selling your old home.
Correct.
But for us, it's almost 4 transactions.
It's
And it's a
double the-
lot of,
it's double the
the
paperwork.
work, double the
Okay.
paperwork. So I can see why a lot of agents will take the path of least resistance, even if it doesn't mean that their client's going to get into a home for the best price possible in the shortest amount of time.
And honestly, some of them may say, why should I do that when I've got 25 people standing out in the yard with cash offers? I mean, you think about that and you go, why should they do that? But what you are serving, which I like, is you are serving as a problem solver for people that don't have cash in their hands, or they do have some things that are happening in their lives that are not negative, but they just got to sell their house before they can go buy another one.
Correct.
And they get rooted out all the time because there's too many people standing in the front yard with cash. You guys have solved that problem.
Right, yeah, and that's it. We're just trying to pivot. The market is hard, it's difficult, it's defeating.
Yeah.
And what do you do during difficult times? You get creative and you pivot, and that's what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Now, let me give you guys 2 ways that I'm going to let you tell them how to contact you as well. But if you can always call our office, and I can get you in contact with Rachel. 1-800-381-8870 is our office number. We'll be more than happy to give you her information. Why don't you tell them how they can contact you directly?
You can email me at Rachel, Rachel, at Reflect, that's REFLECT, Rachel at reflectre.com. And you can call or text me anytime at 972-841-8072.
Thank you for your time today. That's a fantastic way, and it's certainly out of the box way to be able to do that. I've never heard of it like that before, but now we know why, because not everybody's doing it.
That's
That's
right.
what makes you different. Thank you guys for being here with us. God bless you guys. Have a great week.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's Strategic Money Tip. If you have any questions about the material covered in today's video, or you'd like to speak with someone from our team, simply call our office at 1-800-381-8870. Also, while we have your attention, click the link below to watch our latest video. And to see more videos on tips just like this one, make sure to click the logo to subscribe to our channel. On behalf of the team at Strategic Estate Planning Services, thanks again for watching.